As the Australian government struggles over whether to extend the ban on WeChat or not, citizens are growing increasingly worried over their privacy and security when it comes to their online conversations. WeChat, the third most used app amongst Chinese Australians, is one of the main methods of communication between families in Australia and China, yet many fear how the company's policies will be taken advantage of by the Chinese government. The Australian government recently issued a review of social media platforms, which resulted in a ban of TikTok due to its data collection and security concerns with the Chinese government. Since then, other government departments have extended their own bans further to the use of WeChat. Seth Kaplan, a lecturer at Johns Hopkins University School of Advanced International Studies, informed a parliamentary committee hearing that everything that we fear about what TikTok may become is already occurring on WeChat. WeChat is a communication app designed by China-based Tencent, and is being used primarily for Chinese diaspora communities. The app offers news outlets, which is why not only Chinese Australians rely on it to communicate, but also to be informed. Despite this, many are still worried that the app is being used to monitor conversations with no reasonable regulation, enabling the Chinese government an abundance of access. As an act of security, Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill ended up deleting her WeChat account, as well as her TikTok account. Zoyan Jia, a researcher in global governance of advanced technology at the Australian National University, notes that surveillance and censorship on WeChat is not as pronounced outside of China, but this does not mean users can rest easy. Jia also suggested that due to WeChat's importance as a bridge to connect immigrants with news outside the app, it's harder to simply just ban it. This is highlighted by the Australian Tibetan Communities Association, who indicated the dilemma many have between choosing surveillance by the Chinese government and not being able to stay in touch with families. WeChat, for its part, submitted to the inquiry stating it was willing to consider implementing country-specific or other restrictions or qualifications from time to time in respect of promotional political material, and also had in place policies banning misinformation and disinformation. The company has also assured that Australian user data can only be accessed in Singapore, and that chat data is only stored on user devices, not retained on servers. Despite the attempts by WeChat to ensure the security of its users, the Australian government is still resistant to completely ban the use of the app from its devices. This has many Australians anxious over the potential implications of WeChat's policies when it comes to their online privacy and security. The government is still assessing all technologies that may pose a security concern, but until then worry and fear amongst today's online users remains.